MMA basically is classed as mixed martial arts. It's a combination of all different types of martial arts. You have your boxing for stand-up, taekwondo for kicking and so on and so forth. You have Muay Thai, but also incorporates Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is ground game, grappling, you have submission wrestling. So if it's a combination of all the martial arts, it's basically becoming huge. These will be classed as a traditional pair of gloves. As you can see, it's a full glove, all right? People who would use these would be like people who do Thai boxing, boxing itself. Now the MMA, which is what we're covering today, that's a 4-ounce glove. That's what we use in MMA, all right? And the glove itself, as you see, there's very little padding on it and so on and so forth. All right, so that's synonymous with MMA fighting. The shin guards that we use, obviously protecting the shin area. So I mean, like, everything I'm going to show you here is synonymous with safety. The rules and regulations were set up to ensure that safety is a must for all the fighters. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have what's called a 3-point rule, whereas if your opponent is on their back and they get more than 3 strikes to the head, well then the referee will step in. We use what's called a tap out, do you know what I mean? Like, which can signify that you give up. There's an awful lot of negativity out there as regards a cage. People turn around a cage, they think about the zoo, animals are in a cage, right? The reason why we use a cage is because of the grappling and the groundwork. If you had a traditional ring and the grapplers were rolling around, there is a possibility there for the person to fall out. Right, on the mat now at the moment we have Andy Ryan, who is our chief instructor and the founder of Team Ryan MMA BJJ. We've got Neil Seary, who is the current bantamweight Irish EFR champion, and we've got Stephen Lowry there, who is one of our top amateurs in the country. Right, the takedown here, taking side control here, knee riding. Now that's called full mount and that's called ground and pound. All right. Now because of the safety aspect, right, the referee can call it at any time. If he feels you're not intelligently defending yourself, just do a bit of the clinch work there. Right, same again, flying armbar. So I mean, not everybody can do that, you know. That they're doing at the moment there is stand up. It's the Thai boxing element of things where you use your knees, hands, feet, an awful lot of movement. All right. Now, when he shoots in like that, it's what's called closing the distance. The object of that is to try and get your opponent to the ground to where you want them.
It's unbelievable sport. It's tough. You have to dedicate hours and hours of training to it. But after winning the title, like, it was well worth it, you know. First 4 fights I got beaten. I come down the weights, done a bit of training elsewhere, come down here, done a lot of improvement with these lads, and since then I haven't been beaten. And I won the title. Beat 3 of the top lads in Ireland. Obviously you have to get up in the mornings and go to work, but you have to put in the training to get out of it, you know.
I got in contact with Richie and then told that basically does a mix of different martial arts and all the rest here, that they do boxing and so on and so forth. They could put me forward competitively. So it just comes out for the training. I have to say it's a really good environment. Everyone's really friendly and lovely, like really self-defence wise, fitness wise, it's really good. It keeps everything flowing and you just have a healthier life.
These lads are a couple of years training and the sport is still very new in Ireland. So the level here wouldn't be as high as in America or some parts of England, you know. So these two have great potential. Dave there is just back from winning the big show in England, Strike and Submit. It's done in the big place, about 1,100–1,200 people watching the fight.
One of our drills that we do is that if I am able to shoot in here, catch here like this, then he knows I'm getting to him, I'm able to do the takedown. So effectively what happens is, we just do it slowly. If I shoot in to take his leg, he can sprawl down, and that's the position he wants to be in. He's able to take me back from there, okay? So you get on me back again. So I'm already in this position here. I want to try and get out of this position. So I want to try and roll and come up, right? Now I'm in a position of dominance, right, where I kind of stay here or I can strike down.
So many different aspects of boxing, kickboxing, Thai boxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, so many different things. You'll never learn everything, but you give it a go, you know. It's like a science. You just look into things further and further. It's just addictive as a sport.
The biggest fear in this sport is the unconditioned guy who comes into the gym that goes above his level and gets involved in a club who wouldn't be as well accredited as clubs like these. So the rules themselves are protective in the sense that anybody coming in from at an amateur level, okay, there would be less contact, there would be semi-contact. Then going into semi-pro, there would be slightly more contact. And at the events themselves, you would have a sports doctor and ambulance crew attending. So it's not something that's just smack bang wallop where guys are going in there and just knocking the living daylights out of them.
We always take new members in the club. The club is very mixed. We've all levels, pro, semi-pro, amateur. We run beginner courses. You know, it's open to everybody. And you know, if you've any sort of martial art behind you, or you've never done anything before, you know, come up and give it a go. You know, there is some good clubs around Dublin, and it's for all levels. You know, anyone can do this sport. 6 to 60.